Alright, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm going to give you a little sneak peek of this single barrel aquaponics system. In the top is lava rock and clay pellets called hydroton. In this brick is the bell siphon. Stand by. Sorry for the shakiness. As you can see, the water is already at the top, almost about to siphon. This bell siphon, obviously because of its name, creates a siphon, and it's shaped kind of like a bell. And it'll start right about here. Once that goes off, it'll drain all of the water that is in this top grow media, or in this top lid from the barrel. The barrel was simply cut into two pieces. Made a nice little window, a couple little goldfish. I'm going to get some plecostomuses later today, because the plecostomuses, there it goes. So it'll take just a couple seconds, and then it'll start to flood immensely. And once it does that, I don't know if you can see, that little tube is the venturi, which brings in extra added oxygen to the water, so the little fishies in here during the hot weather can get an abundance of oxygen, and it'll keep the water slightly cooler than normal, same as those over there on the back end. The more oxygen you have, the more happy the fish and the plants are, so it works out pretty nice. I have some red worms in there. And this is just a barrel. This is all this is just one of them barrels you get at the car wash. You don't need food grade barrels unless you're keeping your plants in this thing for 10 years or something really crazy like that. I've done as much research as I possibly can, and it takes a tremendous amount of heat for these things to leak into the water. The reason they say water bottles leaving in your car is a bad thing is because in your car it could get up to 180 degrees in there sometimes, depending on where you live. So what I'll do is I'll keep this updated for you guys, and you can go to your local car wash and you can pick up one for free. Just tell them you're with the Boys and Girls Club and you're doing an aquaponics project, and they'll give you all the barrels you want absolutely free. So go ahead and do that. Hit that on, and start growing your own food, becoming independent, saving, even if it's $10 a month, $20 a month on grocery bills, at least you're saving. At least you're eating fresh food. I can tell 100%, I can tell the difference absolutely between the food that I have grown and anything that's at the store. Nothing compares to my basil, my okra, my bok choy, my lettuce, my cabbage, and some of my friends out there, you guys on Facebook, you know what I'm talking about. You can feel and taste the energetic difference between what goes into your body from what you grow your own and what is produced by manufacturers and sent and shipped with thousands of gallons of fuel to the grocery store. So let's stop relying on that, and then you'll see it's about to break. So all right. So now that little bloop bloop bloop, it breaks. It breaks the siphon, and now this goes to refill, and we will have a smorgasbord. I'm gonna put some okra or cucumbers. They like the warm weather, or artichokes like warm weather too. And I'm gonna side, I don't know why the screen is here. I'm gonna side little tacks along this wall. This wall gets the morning sun. As you can see, this position, we get that east to west. We get that east to west. So this tiny little space, it gets the morning sun really nice, and the wall here will reflect sunlight, and you'll see the plants kind of reaching eventually. But I'm going to tack them up. Maybe I could tack them up here at a later date, because they're gonna grow. It's a giant vine. Cucumbers and okra, those guys they're just, it's gonna fill this entire walkway up if I allow it to. So I'll find a position for it, and it'll be amazing. I think we'll have lots of food. Neighbors will probably love it, and I'll be able to make some money, and all will be happy. It'll all be good. I also have a heater that's not plugged in. I'm going to put a small little heater in there for the winter. In the next 3 to 4 months, it's going to start getting cold. So, yeah, 5-minute video here. This is the single barrel aquaponics system. It's easy to do. The pump that's in there is about $25. I would prefer a stronger one, but it's just the extra one that I had before I knew what I was doing. I bought a kind of a cheap one, so I used it, and it works. It works. It's kind of, you know how you remember the 1980s video games where you gotta blow in the video game to get it to work. You kind of gotta like mess with it in order to get it to work just right, and I don't enjoy that at all. But it works, and it's working just fine. This thing I noticed about the bell siphon, keep in mind when you guys are doing this, this inflow has to be fast enough for that to catch. If that inflow is not fast enough, see how fast that water's coming out? If that inflow isn't filling this bed up fast enough, then the siphon will not catch, and it's just going to trickle out. It'll just stay like that. It won't actually catch and siphon. So, with that said, if you're going to do it like this, you either have those the ball valves so you can regulate. See what I'm saying? The ball valves. Sorry for going in and out, guys. You have to get those ball valves over there. Right there. That ball valve will regulate the speed, so that way it breaks and catches exactly when you want it to. See, it's fully siphoning now. And if it's too fast, it will just never break. So it'll just keep trickling, and no water will ever fill back up. So you gotta play with it from time to time. And these are things that you just trial and error. You gotta learn. The remedy for that is to get a fixed bell siphon, a bell siphon. So the bell siphon. This is the bell siphon. This is what is in there. Okay, you see these little holes at the bottom? What you would do is you would drill a hole on the top here, run a piece of a tubing, just run a piece of tubing down and zip tie it around with a little end cap. Maybe I'll make one of those in the future and show you guys how to do that. But there's a billion videos out there on YouTube. That's where I learned all my stuff. So just go mess with it, have trial and error, and have fun, guys. It's been 8 minutes. I highly doubt anybody's going to watch 8 minutes of me rambling. But anyway, it's been fun, and here it is. Alright, enjoy, guys. Peace and love. Bye.